Well, here we are, the very last journal monthly for this July, for this journal. So as you can see, since you were here last, I've now stitched in the 2 signatures and the envelope. I haven't sealed the envelope up yet because I'm not 100% sure if I just want it to open or if I want to have an envelope. I'll think about that in a minute. Let's move all of this for a moment. Right, so here is my spine. Okay, now hang on, let's get it the right way round. That's the front, so the front is to the right. So here is my spine. Now it's quite flimsy because it's just a little bit of fabric, and you can still see friction pen where I drew my lines. I can easily iron that out, but I thought it would be nice to put another piece of fabric on. This is the one that I stenciled. It's just cotton that I stenciled. So I'm going to apply some glue to this. Actually, do you know what? No, I'm not. I'm lying to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue down my book. Then, having done that, I'm going to glue the spine. See, I've got loads on there. So we'll open it out. It goes that way. And lay it flat. And I'm just going to add glue to the spine as well. I don't mind it's taking a little while because obviously that'll give it time to go tacky, which is never a bad thing. So just spread your glue out along there as well. Now this is not Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1, it's just PVA. It's just that I like the nozzle on that bottom. And then we'll put a little bit on the back. Okay, and we'll spread that down as well. Now obviously you don't have to do this. This is, well, like the whole project really. It's entirely up to you. And then I'm going to roughly centre it, well, I'll say roughly, as near as you can. Lay that down. Bring that over. And just get it stuck onto your actual spine as well. Now we have got a bit of a glue line there, which I hate when that happens, but fortunately I was planning to put some of this lace over the top. So what I want is not the dense pieces, I want this lace through the middle. Okay, so let's get some scissors. I think I'm going to use the little ones. I think that's going to be the best idea. And I'm zigzagging my way up deliberately so that it's not too straight and definite, because I don't think that looks particularly good. So we've got it like that, okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to snip it through there, okay, and I'm just going to put a dot of glue on each of these like cross sections, big bit on there, and just go all the way round, and that will obviously give you lots of little little sticking points. Like that. Whoops, like that. And then pick it up. And I'm going to apply it like that. Okay, and then at the bottom here I'm going to do it again that way. So it's boiling hot here again today. I've been doing all the household jobs before I came to sit down, and I've stripped the bed and I sort of wish I hadn't. It's so hot up there, but you know, these jobs have got to be done, haven't they? And then I'm just gonna sort of mix that in like that. So whilst we set that to one side to dry, okay, put that up there to dry, we'll work on some other things. So I'll turn this over because it's covered in glue. Get rid of the lace because we've done our job with that, and let's look at these. Right, now at the very beginning of this month's journal I showed you 2 of these slides, and I said about cutting the middle out so that you could see all the way round, or you know, all the way through. And we did this one quite early on with the waxed napkin, remember? So that's that one. We've got a little hole there where I cut the napkin too short, so we need to put something decorative there. And we haven't done anything yet with this one. Well, this is not my idea, let me say, because I've seen many people do this, but if you've got a laminator, what I did was I popped in a dried flower, okay, and into the laminating pouch, and then if you stick that in there, of course you can see completely through it. So I'm just gonna glue all the way around here, and because I'm putting something in it that doesn't meet all the edges, I'm gonna glue both sides. Okay, like that. And then I'm gonna lay this on like so, and then just shut it up like that. Give that glue a little minute to find its way. I might actually have to pull my glue out. It might not. Yeah, I feel like that's not really taking a grip. So when that happens, we get the monster glue out. And we just use that because nothing argues with a monster glue. Here we go. And just bring that over and stick it down. Now you're not going to argue, are you? You wouldn't dare argue with the monster glue. Yeah, I know, I'm just slowly going a little bit insane, don't worry about it. Okay. So that's both of them done. That's with the laminator, that's just my sweaty finger. That's with the laminator, and that's with the waxed napkin. And we will put them in our journal in a bit. Now, we also, at the beginning, looked at these, and how if you haven't got the die cut you can make these up, and I showed you how to make them. So today, I mean these are the die cuts, but I did show you how to make them with a pair of scissors. Today I want to decorate these, so these can go in our book because we're finishing everything up. So here they are. There's those two. Now to decorate them up, I have got the 49 Dragonflies frames that I have done at 50% size wise. I've got Tracie Fox family ties photographs, so obviously they're going to go behind the frames. And then I've also got Tracie Fox really random coloured labels, and I'm going to do some decoration with that. So first things first, let's cut our frames. And I mean this is really just going to be a collaging exercise to decorate the front of those books. Now I only want to decorate the fronts because I'm going to glue mine down. Now you may want to have yours floating to go into a pocket or whatever, then obviously you can do that with decorating both sides. So that one I'm going to use, and I think I might use the oval one with the buttons and the flowers, just for something different and to make my life difficult for the fussy cutting because I need to sit still and cool down after all that running around I've just done. So that's my excuse. So I'll put them out the way. So let's do the rectangle one first because that's going to be super simple, and I'm just going to cut that out. Obviously you must do this however suits you. I know a lot of you like to use scissors, others of you like to use craft knives, whatever. Just, what is it Tim says? You do you. Funny enough, I was watching him using craft knives the other day on that new release. Oh my goodness, I must get some of those etc. tiles. I have already put in a request. What do they call it? A pre-order. I need them in my life. I promised myself I wasn't going to do any more spending because I feel like I spent a lot of money lately on treating myself. And then I saw them and I was like, no, it's no good, gotta have them. I am so naughty. I don't care. I also very naughtily, shall I show you what I bought the other day? Oh my goodness, I'm so naughty. Oh, I can't show you because I can't find it. Oh, that'll be that then, I won't show you what I bought. That's quite scary. What have I done with that? I'll have to find it. It's not where it should be. I bought the Kathy Holden Christmas Fair charm pack of fabrics. How naughty. I don't care. You know, at the end of the day, what is it they say? Might get run over by a bus tomorrow. That'll be the end of me, and then what? I'll have spent all that time going, oh well, I better not. So it's not happening. That one obviously has to go that way because of the, oh actually, no, because these flowers go both ways. You could use it that way, but our pages aren't big enough, so I am gonna, if I put that up there, yeah, okay. So this one I'm not going to attempt to do with my knife, especially not on the outside. I might actually do the middle, but this outside bit is not going to happen. So just trim this around. So how are you all? What have you all been up to? Hubby's out, so it's just Boo and I, and that's why I've been charging around getting jobs done, because although I can do jobs when he's here, because he's on and off the phone, if I've got the hoover going and all that, I'm just stop start, so I try generally, although you can't obviously only hoover when he's out. Just easier, get those jobs done. I've got 2 lots of washing done. It is blowing on the line, although I'm very fearful because it's a bit grey. Although it's very hot, it's a bit grey, but maybe I'm going to have to charge out and get it back in. I did that the other day, come back in like a drown rat. But anyway, okay, let's have a little look at this. I want to know about my laundry nightmares, do you? So I'm just coming a little way, picking it up, spinning it in the same way that when I cut a circle or an oval with my scissors, I tend to move the paper, not the scissor. Oh, we obviously had a little lump on our board or something because it's gone a bit weird there. It's all very quiet when Claire's concentrating, isn't it? Well, at least I don't stick my tongue out like my brother. My youngest brother, I've only got one brother under me, and I've totally cut that wrong now. As you can probably see, it was that divvy, it sent me off my stride, Mum. I'm sorry. Yeah, my younger brother, whenever he's concentrating, actually I must ask his wife if he still does that. When he was younger, he used to always stick his tongue out when he was concentrating. It was quite funny, it was. Funny. Right, we're nearly there. So tell me, what about you? Do you do something weird when you're concentrating? I obviously speak much softer. We've established that over many videos. What do you do when you concentrate? Hubby has always got a pen in his hand when he's working, so when he concentrates he always like twiddles the pen around in his fingers. Right, I'm done with that because that's getting a bit finicky and I'm not turning the knife very well, so we'll just do the last bit with the scissors, and then we've just got that little bit there. I'm just gonna grab the scissor. There we go. It is a bit white there. Right, and I'm going to use the excuse that I cut it badly because I wanted it to look like it was a damaged vintage frame. How'd you like that? Okay, which pictures do I require? He looks quite nice in that one. And because of the flower, I think it needs to be one of the women. The lavender, we could do him in. Or should we just stick to the ladies? A lot of sort of dead space there. That one? Yeah, I'm going to stick with them too. So, let's glue this frame. I think this is the easiest way to go. Stick the frame up the right way, Claire, and straight if you can possibly manage it. Right, that's that one. And then I'm going to put this one. Oops, totally missed that circle, didn't I, with the glue? Oh well. Like that. Okay, more fussy cutting. It's not so bad though, is it, this time? There's that one. So, and then I'll just run a little tiny bit of ink around the edge. Do nice, calm, leisurely crafting today. Just soaking up that fan blowing on me from the side. You can probably hear it. I'm sorry about the noise. Totally messed that up, didn't I? See, it's all lopsided because it's really damaged vintage frame. I've already told you that. Oh dear. Perhaps leisurely is not good for me because leisurely implies not concentrating, and then it all goes wrong, and of course the fan's blowing everything everywhere. Right. So we've now got our people in their picture frames where they need to be. And that's going to go sort of there like that, and that one's going to go sort of there like that. Let's get rid of this because it's got sticky and it's got bits of paper all over it, and it's basically driving me mad. So now I'm going to cut, basically just sort of try and weave my way through this. Tracie's very generous and gives you lots to play with, but it does make it a little bit of a minefield to trim out. Right, okay, we've gone that way. So I think we're going to go for Paris and go on one of them. I quite like 21st Street. That can go on one of them. Like that. What have we got on the other one? I love London, obviously, it's dear to my heart, and I like feathers and flowers, so that's London. And that 3D, whatever that is. So oh, I've just realised I went ahead of myself and stuck that down. I didn't mean to stick that down. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. And I've got myself, this is just obviously an embossing folder with font, which I love, and I've just gone over it in some ink. So I think we're going to go for about that much. It's totally crooked, of course. Why would you expect anything else? Right, let's work on this one first. So I'm thinking this is going to go probably about there. So actually, should we do a tear? Might be nicer, mightn't it? You can see I'm crafting by the seat of my pants here this morning, can't you? So we'll tear that, which is nicer. I mean, you could use, it doesn't have to be font, you can use any embossing folder you like. You could even use a bit of book page. I just thought it would be nice to go for some font. So I'm going to put that there, like that. We're going to pop our photo on there, a bit like that. And again, this one. This is what I've been saying to you all the way down the line about them being the same but different. So they've both got a photo, but obviously it's a totally different type of photo. They're both going to have this collage element, but again, you know, the little labely things that we're putting on, they're the same colour, so it all matches nicely, but they're totally different. Different shapes, different words. And that, of course, is how you keep it interesting. Okay, and that one is going to go under there, like that. And I think we'll have Paris, just feathers and posh outfits, and so we'll go for Paris. Again, totally straight as always. I'm just wondering if I actually want her at the bottom or even in the middle, because then we could make that into yet another tuck spot, you see, if we put her in the middle, and then we can go flowers, and Paris, and the 21st Street. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do that one, which means next week we're starting a whole new journal monthly. I think I mentioned it last time in that I'm going to be doing a tag journal. Right, so I've glued that half, so it's going to go there like so, and then I'm going to glue down that side and meet that bottom like that. And I'm going to put feathers on first. It's going to go there. Whoops, Then 21st Street is going to sit on the feathers like that, and then Paris is going on top of the feathers down there, and then this one is going to sit there like that, and then we've got another little tuck spot under there as well as the space inside of the booklet. So that's that one. So now this one, now we better not do this the same. So what if we go that way this time to the bottom? So I won't make it a pocket this time, I'll just glue it all down, and then we'll put our picture on the top, almost on that edge. Right, and then we have got, that's still sticking up and that's still sticking up, which is good, because then what we can do is tuck these like underneath as we glue. So now, whilst I was laminating that flower the other day, because I'd been using the embossing folders to do this paper, it suddenly dawned on me, well, do I need that straight? Yes, Claire, you need that straight. That maybe it would work to run an empty sealed laminating pouch through the laminator, and I don't know how well you can see that. Can you see that? But it's definitely, this works. Can you see? I don't know if you can see that. Perhaps it's that design. What about the one with numbers on it? Can you see the one with numbers on it better? That's not good colour. What if I put it on my bold? No. Oh, what about our Junk Journal July book that's bright red? You can see it now, I know you can. So yeah, that's quite effective, and it did dawn on me that actually, which is what I meant to say to you before I sealed it up, how cool would that look in there? I must have another one of them, but anyway, oh yeah, in here. Let me show you what I mean. There must be one in here. There's all, oh no, they're all sealed up. There isn't any cut and not used, I don't think. Yes, there is. There's one. Got stamps in there, look. Here's one. So, we fold that in half. How awesome does it look if you put that in there, minus the boo hair obviously, but can you see the numbers? Or the script? Look at that. So of course I went mad and did them all. Or this one, which is the one that we've got on the cover. Look. So yes, there's just another little idea for you, that you could run laminating pouches through your embossing folders, and you'll get lovely little paper, or you call it paper, is it paper? I don't know what it's called. Now I've lost me London that I was cutting out. See, that'll teach me, won't it? There it is. I knew it was only little. So we can put this one over there. I feel like we need something else. I need one more under here, and I feel like it needs to be a shaped one for interest, because we've got the oval frame there. I suppose you could go for 119. I'm sure I've said this before, but I used to live at 119. Oh no, should we go for the date? July. Oh no, it's not 1977, is it? That's much older. Or unless we go for this number one here. Ta-da. So yeah, this kit, if you haven't seen it, there's 8 pages to the kit. There's 4 colours: black, red, blue and green, and there's 2 of each colour, and basically one is vintage style with this sort of creamy background, and the other is just plain white. So you wouldn't have this orangey background, it would be white, and you could obviously ink them up yourself or whatever. So yeah, that's Tracie Fox Love Drunk Journals. If you want to nip over and get yourself a copy of that kit. Right, so just add a bit more glue under there. Now we know we're not putting anything else under there. You can put a bit of lace on it, do whatever you like. Alright, let's get rid of all of that rubbish. Okay, so we've got these 2 to go in our book. We've got these 2 to go in our book. And then I did think that I might use, see these are undecorated, uncoloured ones. Might use one of these, as we've got that on there, probably this butterfly one, to go inside here, just as interesting papers. So, or paper. I'm gonna tear this one down. So we get that nice rough edge look about it. Oops. Okay, that's that one. And that's going to sit in there. So that tells us how much glue space we've got. So we've got plenty of glue space to go up there. And this is always a nice thing to do in the centre of your signature, because obviously it hides the strings. I'm just going to pop that in there as something interesting to play with while the journal's being used. So that's that done. And then, which page would we like? That's going to be this one, isn't it? For this. So I'm going to pop that there. Now again, you could, not this one because we've got a tuck spot on the back, I think it'd be too many pockets, but you could just glue around 2 or 3 edges so you can tuck stuff in behind it. But if you put it in now, the problem you've got is, look, stuff's potentially going to fall out there. So what you need to do for that is either, I'm just looking for a bit of coffee dyed paper. Trusty coffee dyed paper is what I want. Right, here. Okay, so what you need to do, very simply, is take a piece of paper. Well, another row going on in the street. So just 1 minute, I'll be back. Okay, chaos averted. Right, so just gonna fold it in half. Okay, as if you were making a hinge. Okay, then fold it in half again. I'm not going all the way because I know I don't need all of it. And then do this one again. So what you've got is a little concertina. Oops. Like that. Okay. So we've got 2 valleys and 1 mountain. Yeah. If you then make sure that your mountain is on the outside, okay, and you glue up here like this, and putting your mountain on the outside, put that up the edge to the fold like that. Okay, so look, my mountain is on the outside. You see that? Then trim it off. So, whoops, I'm going to trim mine off there, like that. Okay, you can do both sides if you want and make a really deep wallet, but I only want to stop things that I put in here falling. Oh, and I've done that again. Don't glue all the way, just glue your paper and then you'll know how far it needs to be exactly. Poke that in there and stick that down there like that. Now what you've got is a deep sealed bottom. Do you see that? Alright, and then you can glue if you want to just around the edge like that, and then that will give you a tuck behind as well as the tuck in the middle and the little tuck on the front. Shall we go for it? And I'm just going to put it in the centre of the page like that. Okay, and now you've got this little bottom where things are not going to fall out, but it's still open and can take what you want. So that's that one. And then this one, I suppose as we've got it done, we might as well do them both the same, mightn't we? Okay, that's definitely long enough. Turn that off. And again, now this is obviously the long because this is the high flap. So glue your piece. Remember, mounting must be on the outside. I don't know why, but it doesn't work properly if you do it the other way around. Well, it works, it's just you don't get anywhere near as much space. So then get under there, trim that off, glue that bit of paper and close it on itself like that. And you've got your little deep pocket. Okay, now yeah, I'm just going to go here, and I think it's going to go on that side there, and again I'm only going to glue on 2 sides because that enables me to tuck behind. And what might be nice, as we've got them done, we won't use the script one because we've already used script, but we could put piece of that in there to be used if we wanted. So trim there. Like that. And then there. We've just got a little square of something interesting that can sit in there to be used. Alright. And then obviously we can fill it up. Now I'm not, oh, now look at that, my glue hadn't dried and so they've come off, which is a bit of a pain. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for glue stick. It'll dry clear, so it doesn't matter. I should have left it alone rather than picked it up and started playing with it. If I'd have left it alone, it would have dried beautifully. Right, there you go. Right, so I'm obviously not gonna go through with you, and again you see in gluing that I've moved that. Leave it alone, Claire, let it dry. Stick that in there for now. Okay, I'm not going to go through with you and decorate it all. I think it, you know how you want to decorate your journals. You don't need me to do that with you. So the very last bit that I've got is these two. Now again, you can take some interesting thing to put on the bottom of your slide frames. So we can go with this one. You could use stamps on it, you don't have to put, sticker type things on. I'm just going to put that there. That's that one. And this one we need to cover up that hole, don't we? So we definitely need to put something on there. Or what if we go for that complimentary, like it's a gift? Thank you for shopping with us or whatever. So trim that, and I'm just gonna put this up that side like that. This one was complimentary. Now of course that's wax, isn't it? So out comes the big guns. Mr. Yoo-hoo. That'll make that stick. There we go. That'll stick on there. Okay. So then, my last job is, I've got some twine. Put all those bits over there. And I've got my hole punch. And you'll see on most of these there is a little circle. I'm going to go on that side and I'm going to put my punch and punch through the circle. I'm going to do the same on this one, only this one I'm going to do on the outside. Okay, now got some twine. Where's my fabric scissors gone? Who knows? Right, okay. And then I'm going to tie this off. And yes, I have got way too much, but the reason I've done that is because I want to use them as bookmarks. So poke my loop through, do it up. Oh, but sorry, what I want now I've got the loop through is I want to hold on to one. Right. So I've got a huge loop, got the short end, and if I bring this all the way back to a small loop, put both of those through there, okay, tie it nice and tight. You can stick a little bit of glue on there to make sure that that doesn't come undone. And that will just keep that glued together. And then what you've got is this great long strip, so you can choose where you want to put it. I maybe put mine there. Now obviously I've got way too much string, but we want to allow that if this is going to be glued down there, we want to be able to go all the way to the back because it's a bookmark. Yeah, does that make sense? So I'm going to glue like that. Obviously you could do it with much less glue, and just glue that down. Okay, obviously don't shut the book, but then you can use this as a bookmark. You can dangle at the bottom, or if you wanted to you can obviously do it much shorter, but you got a bookmark out of it. Okay, and then I will do exactly the same with this one to go around there. So bend it in half. Oh, I've shut it, didn't I? What did I just say? Don't shut it. Oh no, I haven't. See, I can hardly see it because the twine's on the coffee dyed paper. There we go. Same thing. Push that through there. And make ourselves another one. You could even, if you wanted to, do it round that square, you know, just for something a bit different. A little bit of glue so that it's going to stick itself down. And for the time being, I'm going to leave that one sitting there because I don't want to close my book and glue it all together. So there you go then. Our little July monthly journal is complete. It's been stitched together. It's got lace on the spine. I'm trying not to touch it, I want it all to set. It's got an embossed cover. It's got 2 signatures. It's got a nice deep pocket there. It's got a little envelope in the middle. It's even got bookmarks. So I'm going to leave you there to go away and finish up doing all the decorating that you want to do. A huge thank you to those of you that have followed the series. I hope you've had fun. Take care. I'll be back very soon. Ta-ta for now.